Why hello, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Daddi Daily. As the total number of those infected by the coronavirus in the United States rises to 825,000, latest figures from Johns Hopkins University show less than 2% of Americans have even been tested for the COVID-19 virus. Republican governors are making bold claims about the slowing of COVID-19 and their willingness to open up the businesses. Republican protesters are demanding to lift the stay-at-home restrictions, and Donald Trump is asking citizens to liberate the states. But all this is based on an infection rate with a 99% margin of error. A small disagreement is believable, but being 99% off on an issue literally means you have no business making policy in the first place. The question as we wind up the week, what happened to Republicans that made them so distrustful of science and so sociopathically greedy? In the 1980s, Republicans were more like Democrats are now. There were wealthy Americans that talked about helping working class Americans and using the poor as cannon fodder in the military and disposable human beings to be crammed into prisons. And this made some sense. Today, Republicans make decisions by asking themselves a series of very strange questions. What would Andy Griffith do? Is it in the Bible? Does it hurt the middle class enough? Where is the profit in it for me? Which minority can I blame? Have we said the word Obama enough today? If I can't see it, does it even exist? Did cavemen really hang around with dinosaurs? The Republicans of today sound and act more like your senile uncle that comes to Thanksgiving dinner. You smile and try to listen, but it's brutish, hateful nonsense. So what happened to a once proud and noble party of the people? During the time of Ronald Reagan, the Republican Party adopted its family values platform that opposed things like abortions and gay marriage, immigration, and frankly any kind of change. The party started choosing more and more extreme candidates regarding traditional values as the years went on, but consistently lost to Democratic candidates. This culminated in the rise of the Tea Party movement in 2009. These even more conservative Republicans demanded lower taxes, less government spending, and opposed the Affordable Care Act, and had even more extreme views on immigration, abortion, and a feverish aura of frustration, fed up with the way things were, which resonated with many working-class Americans in the country. In the election of 2016, the frustration of working-class Americans, fueled by Tea Party rhetoric, culminated in a popular vote loss but electoral college win for, Donald Trump? So what now? When you keep pushing frustration after frustration, but you get what you want, what's there to be frustrated about? It will be interesting to see where the Republican Party will go next, as playing the downtrodden underdog is unsustainable once you're in power. Donald Trump is still trying to do it, as he wars with the media and the Democrats, they're trying to remove me, I'm such a victim, putting on a show of battling overwhelming forces, but even this charade has run its course. Now, in the midst of a world-melting pandemic, we are once again treated to dogmatic debates over capitalism versus free handout socialism, of science versus religion. Will Jesus return to wipe out the coronavirus in time for Easter? No. Should we open up the states against the concerns of scientists and doctors because of money? Killing your employees to make a buck is the American way, but not literally, not openly anyways. Because we here at the Daddi Show miss the Republicans that once made sense. And to help them out in their slump of ignorance, hatred, mistrust in the government they now control, we have a segment we like to call Just a Suggestion. You won. Stop saying the word Obama. Get on with defunding Medicare, Planned Parenthood, and that giant bird on Sesame Street. Stop playing at being a victim of a rigged election you supposedly won. By calling it rigged, you are admitting that your claim is not legitimate. Let your actions do that. And in this, you are doing a bang-up job, yes? Because you're ineffective. Even God takes a day off. The Constitution is clear about the separation of church and state. Go back to creating religious legislation and disguising it as family-oriented. The sanctity of marriage should be between a man and a woman, and another woman, and a porn star, and genital grabbing, and incest, and flag humping, and homosexuality. The way God intended. Let go of your anger. Sometimes, when you have been angry for a long time, it becomes comforting, like a worn shoe or a nice pair of yoga pants. The hardest thing to do is let it go once your goal has been achieved. What else can you be angry about? It's clear that more time was spent on frustration and rage than what to do if you actually won. Show us on this map where the Democrat touched you, yes, because you need therapy. Skepticism isn't a way of life. It's good to have, even useful. There's a lot of bad and even manipulative ideas out there. But you have to have humility and common sense to realize that professionals exist and they will know more than you because they have knowledge and experience. Looking up COVID-19 on the internet does not give you the same knowledge and experience as a scientist who has spent years studying and combating diseases from around the world. Listen to this guy, not this guy. One of them is an arrogant moron. It's this guy. I was hoping you are playing at home, yes? Oh, wonderful. Well, that was a trip down memory lane for sure. Have a fantastic weekend. Remember to click clock and Jason Stakehoms, and I will see you Monday. Goodbye.